Hello, so welcome to the today's tutorial. So today we will go in depth like more and or we will continue the previous tutorial which we were doing over the enhance input system. So previously we had seen like how we can implement the enhance input system in the blueprint. Today we will see how we can implement it in the C++. So this will be the first. Second, we will see how we can like create the triggers like previously when we were checking the triggers like hold is here or we have modifiers. So we today we will see how we can come up with our own modifier or with our own triggers. Or today I think we should only cover the modifier. So let's see how we can do that. So first thing is like this is the blueprint version. So what I will do, I will go to the tool and new C++ class. I'll go to the all class and I will choose a character as okay. So go to the command character. Next I will create a folder called core and here I will type m character as m character. Okay, or I will say sing character. M character is okay, quite okay for me. Just create class. And I don't know, but I always like it will always throw you some error of the folder one. I don't know why like Unreal is not resolving this. Like it is coming from long back. So just click yes and it will load the IDE. Trust and open. Okay, so this is my IDE. If you will go to the header file, this is the CPP file, just remove the core folder or else it will throw you the error. So I've just clicked save. So the first thing which you need to do is to add the module in the core. Like okay, it is still loading. Just give it a system. Give it some time. I think we can do the task in parallel. So first thing which we have to mimic, just go to the blueprint version and open the character and we will follow how we can mimic the same thing. So first thing in the begin play, what it is doing from the character controller, he's getting the enhanced input local player subsystem, and from that subsystem it is calling this function like add mapping context. So we will do the same. Go to the IDE. In the begin play, what I will do first to get the module, so I will have to get the player controller. If you can see the target, it is saying target is gameplay statics. So I will type u gameplay statics get player controller get world and 0 0. Okay, next thing is get player get local player. So it will just give the player which the controller is controlling. So get local player and I will get the system. Enhance. No problem, no problem. I think it is get subsystem. Okay, so this is it. And here, if you will go to the definition of get subsystem, it is a template. So here we have to type which subsystem do we want. So it is you enhanced input input local player subsystem system. Okay, so it is unable to find this class. So what we will do, just give me a second. Let me open the incognito, type this class, and in the header like in the documentation it it will say like the module enhanced input has to be there. So this is first. Second, the include file is this. So let's include the include file first. So it is still giving red. just click this button. You can add the reference to the module, or in the source file open the project name, and inside the project name .build.cs you can actually include the this module. So I will take the other approach. Just click here, add reference to the enhance input, so it has included this module. So this is it. Once this is done, that error should be gone. So let me compile it, or I have to restart my IDE, then this will be resolved. See, now this is done. This is U enhanced input subsystem local pair subsystem. Okay, the spelling was wrong. So once I have got this local subsystem, I will say the reference of it. So if so it is the type of U enhanced player subsystem. It is a pointer. uh, Enhanced sub enhanced system is equals to this. Okay, okay, so if this is valid, if the system, sorry, my fault, system, if the enhance system is there, what I will do, enhance system dot add mapping context. Here it is uh, it wants the variable of type U input mapping context, which we don't have. So what we will do, we will just go to the header file called just use Alt O. It will change you the header file. It will give you the header file in the public. So this is this is, I always keep the things separate. So what I will do, I will shift the functions to one side. Just let me clean this up. So in the public section, so in above public section, we will declare the variable. So we want the variable of type U input mapping context. Let me copy paste it, and in the header file, uh, mapping context, and it will be the type of we have to include the U property, as we want to edit it inside the blueprint class, and I will include def its header file too. So just to get the header file, you can just press control and go to the file, and you can see here it is saying after in enhanced input. Okay, we can directly include the header file enhanced input subsystem interface, or you can just press this and include the U input mapping query. Okay, this is different. I'm still getting this error. Okay, I think this is wrong. Just let me quickly Control Shift T, U input mapping context. Let's try this way. Include input mapping. Okay, here it is. Input mapping context.h. Okay, now it is fine. We want this one. Okay. Next thing which we do want is to have the reference of all the action mapping which we have created in the previous tutorial, which was jump, look, and move. They are the type of input action, so we will just uh, do the same. So U property, edit anywhere. So it is a type of U input action type, and first is jump. Sorry, IA jump, and I'm just duplicating it, and look and move. Look and move. Okay, anything else? I think this is quite okay. Now let's get back to the begin play, and here we can put this mapping context. And after this we have to put the priority. So the priority I will keep at 0, as this is the default one. And if you want to increase the priority of this, the base one, we can increase it like 0 1 or anything. So this thing is done. We have it also included in the build.cs. So next thing is, in the previously we used to add the mapping in the setup player input component. Now in the project file we have said, like, if you remember the previous tutorial, we have said that we will use the enhanced input component. So we can comment that out, and let's go inside the definition of it, and it is just checking the player input component, which is not relevant to us, so we can just remove it. And what we will do, we will mm, like we will cast it. So if you enhanced input component, uh, enhanced input component is equals to, I can cast check uh, u enhanced input component, and we will player input component. So let me explain what we are checking here. Okay, so the thing is, it doesn't have the include file for the u enhanced input component. Again, press control, and it is inside the input component, but I do think that the header file for it is different. So is include enhanced input component, input component. Okay, now that error is gone. So enhanced input, fuck, what is happening today, component bind action. So this is the general way. So whatever actions which you have included or you have the reference, you can put them here. So let's do for the jump, because it is the simple one. So I underscore jump, comma, here. So here we have the trigger event type. So if you remember the type we were having, so we have included the this statement, so we can remove it, compile and save. And I think we haven't changed the parent class yet. So what we will do, we can check for the m character. It is not here yet because we haven't compiled it, so we can compile it too. I'm pressing Control B. It's the shortcut which I have like changed in the latest. So you can do that too. I think we have some problem. Okay, I think we need to restart it. Like restart the project. No issue. Okay, in short, we have triggered, started, ongoing, cancelled, completed. Like this thing we have covered. If you haven't watched the previous tutorial, you can go through it. So I want jump to be happen on the triggered. So what I will do, so it is the type of e triggered event, and it is the triggered, comma. So here it is asking for the object, like where is the definition of that function. So it is this, comma, the object is this, and the function name. So function name, we know that we have a function which is inside, like reside inside the character class. So the parent class of this class is the character class, so we can have it. So a character jump. Okay, so this is done. Now jump is also done, we can remove it. For the move and look, they are remaining. So for the move, okay, let's do the look first. Control D. Here it is IA look, and it is also in triggered, and okay, yes. Okay, so we, we will create the custom function for it. So Alt O, go to the header file. It will be the private function. So void move, I think. And here the type of input which this take, it is f input action value type. So const f input action value and value. Alt enter, generate function. Okay, so it will give you the value, like when we are pressing the button and all. So in the value we can have the xyz value. If you will go inside the definition of input action value, it does contain the value type, like if it is the like boolean or axis1, axis2, axis3, like vector 2d, 3d, or anything like that. So yep. So we will check like what is the type of it. So we know it is the factor 2d, f factor 2d is equals to value vector value is equals to value dot get, and it is a template. So we know it is the type of f vector 2d. Okay, next thing is we okay, so how do we want to have the movement? I think in the previous tutorial we are set okay, we are setting for the look. Okay, let's do the movement first. So ia underscore move. So because we have created the function for the move first, so let's do this. And move function is here. Okay, now what we will do, we will add the movement in the function. So add movement input, and we want it to be like to happen in the forward direction, but I don't know if, like, let me check if we have done something. Yes. Okay. Okay, so what we will do, so by default we will use the like the character movement. So character movement controller. So u gameplay statics get player controller get world. I'm just writing the same code like how when you open the project for the first time, this is usually you got. This is the usual stuff which you will get. So if I am taking the reference of it, uh, a player controller player control. Okay, so for the rotation, and yeah, okay, f rotator is rotation is equals to controller player controller dot get con control rotation. Next is f rotator, yeah, rotation is equals to 0 comma rotation dot yaw comma 0. I'm just having the value of the yaw. Next is forward direction and the right direction. So f vector forward direction is equals to f rotation matrix, yeah, rotation get unit axis is a axis x. If this is looking complex, we will sort this out. Just give me a moment. Right direction, and it will be y E axis, yes. Hmm. E axis, public math axis. Uh-huh. Okay, so we have the direction, forward direction and the right direction. What I will do, add movement input, forward forward direction, comma movement vector. Mm, okay, the value, like it will be 1, then it's on, so it will add 1 1 1 at every tick. So the value is, we will take it from the vector value, so vector value dot y, as we want movement in the y direction. Okay, if I remembered correctly, we were having two. Okay, no. So and add movement input, and I want it in the right direction, comma vector value dot x. It will be capital X. Okay. Okay, one more issue. It is the get units axis. Actually, it is I. My bad. Okay, so compile and check if it is working fine. So here I'm using the same function which is always written when you will open the third person template. So this is generic, and this is just add moment input. So the main thing is how we are getting the value. So this line and this line are just important. In previous, when enhance input was not there, this has to be done in the two separate functions, one for the x-axis and another one for the y-axis. Now that is not there because we were getting the values from x and y. How you were getting the values, you can just check the previous tutorials which we have done, like the previous tutorial for the enhance input. First thing we have to see is just go to the class settings, go to the m character, compile, save. Look, let's keep it this only. We can delete the move. Click here, check the variables which we have created. There is already uh, variables, but we won't use that. So just fill these things up. Look and move. Compile and save. I think everything is good now. What else? Okay, I think we can delete it. Compile and save. Look, okay. Let's check if everything is working fine or not. Yes, it is working fine, but the jump button is still not working. So I will have to check why is that. Jump, for the jump, this space. Okay, the hold is there. Let me remove it, save, and let's play that again. Okay, now it is working. Awesome. So for the look function, it will be the same. So you can try like on your own, but let's go for the look function too. I will just duplicate it, ia underscore look, and for the move, like uh, we have to create one more function, so I'm just duplicating it. Look, alt enter, create the definition. So here we have to change the look. Let me copy this value, as we already know that value type will be the vector 2D, and so it is add controller yaw input for the x-axis. So and it is the pawn. Okay, so a pawn add controller yaw input, yaw, it was yaw, and the one is pitch, which is y. So upon the controller pitch. Okay, so here it is y, so vector value dot y, vector value dot x. I think this should do the task. Let me delete it and let me compile it. Okay, I think it's already 25 minutes, which is quite late. Okay, my mouse is still not working, so let's go to the look. Okay, we haven't set up the bindings for it, so let's do that. Mouse X and mouse Y. Nope, 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 nope. Uh, the look, it is 2D. We'll choose mouse XY 2D. Let's try that now. Okay, now it is working fine. Awesome. So this was it for today. I hope you like the tutorial. If you like the tutorial, just hit the subscribe button. If you want more videos like this, just let me know if you have a special request, and I will try my best to cover that topic. And next thing is we are still haven't covered how we can add the custom modifier in the enhance input component. Like if you go to the content input, so we have the option called modifiers, which we have covered in the previous tutorial. We haven't seen how we can customize it, so we will look at it in the next tutorial. So this was it for today. Thank you and have a nice day.